I'm your host, Kelly Morgan, indie author and indie publisher. Welcome to another episode of The Author's Mic. Welcome to today's episode. Hey everyone, Kelly here, indie author, indie publisher, and this is another episode of The Author's Mic. So today I just wanted to share my experiences that I had here in Colorado at two book signings that I had done. I had done them at two breweries here in Colorado. And I want to be very honest about my experience. And I want it to be very clear that I am by no means am I angry, but I am going to be very honest in what I say today. So on paper, when I found these events, and I believe I found them on Threads, these events were just calling out authors here in Colorado if they wanted to be be a part of this book signing. And of course, I signed up. The events were, welcoming to all authors. And let me tell you something, there were some really bright spots. At the first one that I went to, I met Mariah Ankerman, who has been on the Author's Mic. I truly appreciated her episode. It was so great learning about her and her journey. And if you haven't listened to her episode, by all means, go back and listen to it. It really shows what it looks like when authors support and uplift one another. And I'll be sure to include the link to her episode in the description. Now, too, at the first signing, that's also where I met the host, Christine Lane. Christine was very welcoming to me in the first event as well. And so I enjoyed connecting with her. Now, at the second signing, the author next to me, who I don't remember her name, she did speak with me. And then, of course, Christine, the host, showed me support as well. Christine actually has scheduled her episode of The Author's Mic. We haven't recorded yet, but I am looking forward to having a conversation with her. I'm looking forward to sharing that with you. And for those moments, I am truly grateful because those were two great people that I met through going to this book signing here locally in Colorado and networking. But overall, I did not feel welcomed, and I will tell you why. And I want you to understand that I'm not a victim here. I'm not complaining. I am just telling you what happened. So at both events, I made it a point to reach out. So the first one, I made it a point to pass out my business card, and I invited every single author there to come on the Author's Mic and, promote their books and all of those good things. And of course, Mariah took me up on my offer and she came on and thank you, Mariah. But outside of that, nobody really engaged with me or spoke with me at that event. At the second event, prior to that event, what I did was I created a promo video highlighting every single author that was on the lineup. I tagged them all on social media when I put the promo out there, and I had done all of this before I had met any of them. All right. Then when I got to the event itself and got myself set up, once I got myself set up, me and my daughter have a side cookie business. I passed out cookies to all the authors as well as my business card, and I invited everybody on to the Author's Mic. I even took video of everybody's setup so that I could use it for future podcasts. And why did I do all this? Because I'm very intentional about building a community and uplifting everybody there. That's just who I am. I did not just sit behind my table. Like I said, I introduced myself to everybody. I extended invitations to every single author there to come on the Author's Mic. Like I said, I even brought cookies and gave cookies to all the authors at that second event because I want everybody to feel supported. I want everybody to feel included. And more importantly, I want everybody to feel seen. But outside of that, and besides the few individuals I mentioned, there was no acknowledgement of me. No other author approached me. No other author engaged with me. They engaged with one another, and I was kind of off to the side, left to my own devices. This was after I had introduced myself, offered cookies, took video, after I felt that I was, being welcoming to everybody. I did not get that same energy. And if I'm going to be 100% transparent, I truly believe it was the color of my skin. I am by no means am I one to call the race card, but this is just how I feel, y'all. And you know what? It left me disappointed. Not because I needed anyone's validation, but because I know what it's like to walk into a space with open hands, open arms, energy up there, ready to build a community and not have that energy reciprocated. Honestly, y'all, it was a missed opportunity, not just for me, but for all of us as authors who could have connected and supported one another. And then, you know what? I started even thinking deeper because as authors, we can't say we want community and then only extend it to people who look like us. So let me tell you something. If you're an indie author and you're in the room with other authors, take a moment to smile. Take a moment to say hello. Take a moment to make someone feel seen. You never know what that moment might mean for them. Now, let me take this a step further because disappointment is one thing, but I'm a solution-based type of girl. So I can sit here and tell you about my disappointment, but I also believe that these are things that we can do. These are opportunities that we can do so that when we do find ourselves in these spaces, we can do better. First of all, if you find yourself organizing an event, don't just assume that the authors will mingle on their own or naturally. So I think, if you're going to do these type of events, maybe create intentional moments for connection. Maybe have all the authors swap their books at the beginning or the end of an event so that every author has the opportunity to introduce themselves and trade a copy of their book. Maybe, have a group giveaway with all the authors or a raffle where every author contributes something so that we're united in, engaging in attendees. And the giveaways wouldn't be for the authors, the giveaways would be for the attendees. So maybe that way they all feel united. These are small things, but it really sets the tone for collaboration instead of isolation. Second, if you're an author and you're attending these events, and I don't care what you look like, don't just focus on your table. If you're at a signing and there's enough time, man, go introduce yourself to every single author if you can. Pass out your business card, network. Even if they're not in your genre, it's important. You know why? Because community is bigger than categories. Third, if you find yourself being a reader or an attendee at these events, you know what? Understand that every single author there has poured their heart and soul into that book. So give them a smile, ask a question, pick up a card, acknowledge that, what they did is great and for them to keep going, even if you don't buy their book. Because those words, man, that can just make an author's day, just knowing that you saw them. So for me, you know what? The lesson is incredibly clear. I by no means can control how others respond to me, but what I am going to keep doing is I'm going to keep showing up authentically. I'm going to keep building my table, one that's open, inclusive, and is welcoming of everybody. And if I am building my own table, this makes me think, I am considering hosting a book signing of my own here in Colorado and inviting other authors. This one would be rooted in connection and support and community. And it would be a space where authors can actually see one another and uplift one another and celebrate together. I mean, it's the type of space that I want to create. And honestly, y'all, I think it's the type of space that is needed. So I'm going to be thinking about this. It's something that I really want to do. Maybe it's something I can do for 2026. If you're an author here in Colorado and this resonates with you, get at me. Let's put something together. All right, let me go through my laundry list of things before I let you go. If you are an author and you want to share this space with me, the Author's Mic, it's really easy. Head over to my website, go to the link that says be a guest, follow the instructions. It's easy peasy. You're on. If you're an author and you want to pitch a book club, guess what? The Indie Reader Society is where you need to be. All the information is on the website. If you're a reader, you're thinking, I could join your book club. You absolutely can. We want your voice. We would love to have you join us. The information is on the website. Now, if you are thinking, hey, you know what, Kelly, sounds great. I have a book. I have no clue on what to do. Go over to my website, grab my free guide. It's called So You Want to Write a Book. It's 100% free, 44 pages to help you start your indie journey. If you are interested in supporting me directly, I have 2 books available, You Sound White and Wait for It. You can get them directly from me. I will ship them to you for free. And right now, I've got some free bookmarks, and I've even got a couple of free coloring books that we haven't sold out yet. So I've got some of those, and I'm happy to give those to you along with the purchase of the books while supplies last. And lastly, keep writing, keep supporting one another, keep showing up, keep telling the truth. Let's keep supporting one another. This has been another episode of The Author's Mic, and I will catch you guys next time.